This is all the random junk that I just took out of my kitchen cabinets. Hi, I have COVID, but because I am who I am, I can't just lay around in bed, but I also can't be around other people and make them sick. So today I decided to do something that I've needed to do since I bought this house in 2017 and have never done until now, which is clean out my stupid cabinets. I have a lot of junk and unnecessary items in the cabinets, like, for instance, as pans go bad or I just get tired of the old ones and want new ones. For some reason, I throw away the pans, but I don't throw away the lids. So I have an entire box of like 10 extra lids that go to nothing. They're just panless lids, just being lids in my cabinets. So first I'm going to remove all the stuff from the baking cabinet and then spray that down with a combination of isopropyl alcohol, water, and Dawn dish soap, and that's just to get rid of the dust and sanitize the cabinets. Then I'm just going to put everything back in some sort of organized semblance, I guess. I just want them stacked up nice and even. And the biggest thing with all these cabinets is a functionality over organization. So I'm 6'4" and I can easily reach everything in every cabinet, but my wife is like 2'1", and so she needs a 25-foot step ladder in order to get to the I'm not good with distances, but she's short and can't reach a lot of the stuff that I can reach. So the stuff that we use the most often, I'm putting on the bottom shelves, the more reachable shelves, and then the stuff we use a little less frequently go up in levels. So the stuff that we use like once a year can go on the very top of the cabinets, and the stuff that we use maybe once a month goes on the middle shelf, and the stuff that we use weekly can go on the bottoms. Now, I understand this video is not going to be like a mass consumption type video, because normally I do things like hoarder videos and extreme cleanups, but I'm just feeling way too bad to do the one that I had scheduled. So hopefully I can get that rescheduled for next weekend, and you'll see one of the more dramatic type of cleanups that I normally do. So I decided on this one I would use this video just for, you guys who've subscribed and are fans of the channel. And that also allows me to do a little bit of experimentation with like a 2-camera setup, and then kind of mixing the sped up video with the regular speed videos and all that. I'm just kind of monkeying around with different styles and seeing what feels good. Normally I don't talk about behind the scenes stuff because most people don't care. But this isn't exactly a video that's trying to target 1 million people or whatever. I feel like absolute butt garbage, but it's either do this, which has some function to other people and also to, myself having clean cabinets in my kitchen, or it's just laying around playing Stardew Valley until my thumbs hurt. And I'd rather do this because I think I'd go nuts if I actually skipped a video. Spice cabinet's pretty interesting. It's not. Spice cabinets aren't interesting. But it's interesting to me because we had a whole lot of stuff in there that went bad, and we just don't use that stuff often enough to really even notice. So once I started checking dates on old spices and stuff like that, I mean, you just don't think about spices going bad, or at least I don't. But I found several things in there that had gone bad in like 2019. So it's very likely those things have been in my spice cabinet since like the day we bought the house. Also, I noticed that thing in the back of the spice rack that had fallen down. I got that. It was like a couple coffee filters and a thing of like vanilla extract or something. Now, I checked the expiration dates on everything that I pulled from all food cabinets. And one of the things that I caught myself doing was checking the expiration date on like salt. And then I realized that salt doesn't really have an expiration date. I mean, it's a preservative. That baking cabinet needed it so bad. There was so much flour on the shelves. I also found another bag of bread flour that had gone bad in 2019. So I just slapped it in its stupid face and threw it in the trash and just said, "Eat that, bread flour." More like dead flour. We actually don't know what this cabinet is for. I mean, logistically, it's for the stove fan, and the wiring and all this is so bad. It's so old. I need to bring somebody in and rewire all this. But we just kind of throw whatever random stuff, anything that we don't know where it goes, just kind of gets tossed in this cabinet. So there's like popcorn butter and popcorn salt in an I love you bowl that nobody's sure where that came from. Here's another cabinet. Oh yeah, that looks safe. That looks completely and totally safe. Ain't no way that's catching our house on fire, baby. This is the cabinet for like our stovetop pots and strainers and stuff like that. You'll notice none of these have lids on them. That's because all the lids have found their way into the frying pan cabinet, and I will get to those in a minute. This is the random bowl cabinet and also dog hair. So I'm really glad this one got wiped out because that was pretty nasty in there. There's all the lids. It's a lot. So I decided to bite the bullet here and match up every pan with every lid, and then anything extra got tossed. And after I put all those pots and stuff away in the other cabinet, I pulled them all back out in order to match those up with those lids too. So all that nice neat stacking that I just did, I undid it all, and then I put every pot and every pan back in their places with the lids on top of them, because I am so sick of trying to find lids for pans and having to go through this enormous pile of butt. I think there were 10 extra lids by the time I was done with this. You saw nothing. So yeah, there you see me doing that with the frying pans, and then I also did it with all the pots and stuff. I just didn't re-record all that. I think we're out of cereal. Count Chocula. Or like Count D's Nutsula. All three of them. You know, the funny thing is, we're not really a family that eats a lot of cereal. We're the kind of family who, like, at 12:30 at night, will suddenly get a craving for cereal and then eat like 3/4 of a box in one sitting. So the cereal's kind of there on an emergency midnight snack basis. But I don't think I've ever seen anyone, including my kids, I don't think I've ever seen anybody get up and like actually make a bowl of cereal for breakfast. We also have like 4 wine glasses, but no one in the house drinks. Even if we did drink, we wouldn't drink wine. I have no idea why we have those. I think they were a craft thing that my wife did. I think they were originally just regular old everyday glass, and then she did some sort of like glitter type of painting thing on them or something. They look cool. We just don't use them. Yeah, that definitely needed wiped. I ended up getting rid of, I don't know, 6 or 7 coffee mugs, and we still have too many coffee mugs. But like, we're not coffee freaks, but we like our coffee. So like, I use more coffee cups than I use plates. So I always make sure we got it, at least 12 of them laying around. All the rest of them are just kind of decorative. As far as placing these in a decorative manner, I don't really go for absolute symmetry. I just like stuff to kind of fill the space. Some stuff I like to be symmetrical, but like I don't want the entire cabinets to be perfectly symmetrical. I want it to look lived in. So I kind of purposely scatter things around as you go up in these shelves. These doors to this cabinet have been opened maybe 5 times the entire time we've lived there. And it's like every random piece of junk goes up there. There are so many light bulbs. When we first moved in, I bought enough light bulbs to last us 10 years for real. Like, no joke. I didn't realize that the little curly cube type bulbs lasted as long as they did. So I just have dozens and dozens of light bulbs that have never been used because the old ones just don't blow out. We also overbought by accident. Like, a few cases of Dawn dish soap a couple years ago, and we still have an unopened case left. So we have had dish soap for like the past 3 to 4 years, because instead of ordering like say 4 bottles of Dawn, we accidentally ordered like 4 cases of Dawn. And we're not the type of people to take things back or exchange them. My wife kind of is, but I'm not. So we just kept them, and we still haven't gone through all that. So if there's ever a crisis that requires Dawn to like say save the world, I got you. I got you covered. And again, this is what I took out of that kitchen. 2 gigantic boxes and 2 completely full garbage bags, and those are just from the cabinets. That incidentally is also how I feel right now, so I'm going to go lay down and play Stardew Valley until my thumbs fall off. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We are halfway to getting our YouTube plaque. And if you don't subscribe, that's cool. You can just suck it, devil worshiper.